Yeah, my activism actually started like long before I was able to like come to these spaces, because like social justice in my community and where I grew up was like an issue that we were not like really aware that we were fighting for, so we will name like ourselves activists, but we were actually like seeing the problems in my community. Like in my community in Tehuacan, it is one of the places where poultry farms have already contaminated the land, the air, and it is something that I have then, when organizing and connecting with other organizations, learned that is a problem globally, that factory farming and livestock account for 16% of global emissions. And as we also have seen in my community and in my ancestrality, that land rights have been also an issue. I have understand that livestock also takes from us like more than 3/4 than of land, and that is land that initially was used and was preserved by indigenous peoples, and also the biodiversity in that land. And that is why I also, what I do is like advocate to like stop financing factory farming, because it is something that could be used, all that money, to the solutions that are already being led by youth, by indigenous communities, and it's something that I believe we have to advocate more for and bring to these spaces.
And do you think that the most useful assistance that your community can receive is on the global or national or local level? What are you seeing?
I believe that what we need is a multi-stakeholder and multi-level approach, because although it's important that in these spaces we raise the ambition globally, it is something that it does not stop in paper. We have to take it to the ground, we have to implement it, and I see that is something that we have to raise more ambition for at COP, because it does not only matter if Mexico signs something in the agreement, it is something that we have to follow on the ground to see if something has changed, like in my community and in Mexico on the ground, that we have an equitable phase out of factory farming.